Hello folks, welcome to Lex IAS Academy. In today's video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into? Why Myanmar is frequented by earthquakes. In this topic, we will be discussing as to why is it news, what is the relevance of it to UPSC, that is a GS paper 1. We will also be discussing about the earthquake in Myanmar. We will be discussing the how do you measure earthquake, for example, its magnitude, intensity, seismic waves. We will also be discussing the spread of earthquake zones around the world. We will be discussing about the earthquake in India and how is it classified into different zones. At the end, we will be discussing a few mains question as well as your prelims question. All right, let's get into the video. Neighboring Thailand was also affected. An under construction skyscraper in capital Bangkok collapsed, killing 9 people. So, is this earthquake a rare occurrence or a frequent occurrence in Myanmar? If so, how frequently does it occur? Before we enter into the topic, we have a small announcement from Lexi IS Academy. If you are looking to fulfill your civil service examinations dream, then look no more. You have a one-stop destination, that is your Legacy IS Academy, whose course batches have opened for your civil service examinations, where we strictly maintain the batch size of 40 members per batch so as to provide a personalized mentorship as well as personalized guidance. And at the same point of time, once you come into Lexia IS Academy, your complete throughout journey, prelims, mains, interview will be handheld and hand guided, be it from your prelims mock test, mains answer writing, or with respect to your mock interview panels. If you have to know how the classes are, you can go to your Legacy mobile application and have instant access to the classes. Otherwise, you can schedule a class in the offline also. More details about this is provided in the description box below. Do check that out. Irrespective of you are a working professional or a graduate or a student, we have different courses catered for you. Weekend classes for working professionals and studying students, as well as for those who have completed the graduation, you have your weekday classes. Irrespective of your educational background, whether your foundation is strong or not, you do not have to worry about, because Lexi IAS has you covered. First, we offer foundational courses, make sure you are built in a strong foundation, and then we offer advanced classes. Understanding? So look no further ahead. Your Lexi IAS dream is waiting for you. For those of you who are attempting your prelims 2025, Lexia IS has come up with your free mock prelims test. Do make avail of it, see how your preparation is, and make necessary changes if needed. Now coming back to the topic. Myanmar woke up to a huge earthquake of magnitude 7.7, which is very big, and it also had 6 aftershocks. Now, this earthquake that happened in Myanmar had effects on the neighboring countries as well. That is, neighboring countries of your Thailand, in its capital, your Bangkok, also India with respect to our northeastern states. The impact was felt even here. Here, the skyscraper, which is under construction, collapsed, whereas in India, that is our northeastern states, specifically, yet the lives or resources or property have not yet been damaged, but with Myanmar, this has increased. Now, first thing that we will have to be discussing is what was the casualty in Myanmar? 144 people were killed. One thing you have to discuss with regard to your earthquake, how does it occur? First and foremost, is it only natural occurring? That is, in simpler terms, first I'll try to explain, understand this. Let's say there are two plates, or I'll go even more basic. Your earth, okay? outer crust is made of rocky crust. All right, that is your lithosphere. Your lithosphere is made of number of tectonic plates which are in constant movement, especially from the past 2 to 3 billion years. The plates are moving. One such is when one tectonic plate and another tectonic plate glides away. For the example, let's say this is the Indian plate. In this case, in Myanmar ka incident, what happened was this Indian plate was moving up and this plate was moving down. So there was a friction which led to your earthquake. Okay, so this is how your earthquake occurs. Second thing, will earthquake occur only because of your tectonic plate movement? Earthquake can be both natural as well as induced. Induced meaning man-made. For example, your reservoir induced, for example, how it happened with respect to your China. Because of your excessive deep mining, usage of explosives, all these are causes of your earthquake. Because with the earthquake that happened in the capital, your 1.5 million were affected by it. I mean, when I say 1.5 million people were affected in Mandalay, where it happened, the second largest city, it houses 1.5 million people. An earthquake, whenever it happens, it always impacts the people of that place in one way or the other, and that is how it is. Now we can wonder, yes, earthquake has happened in Myanmar, India ka northeastern states pe it was felt, but India doesn't have to worry. No. Imagine how many of our people would have invested there. How many crores of loss would have happened. So earthquake of one place affects everyone everywhere. Understanding? So the epicenter was located 17.2 kilometers from Mandalay. Now, with regarding to the present earthquake that hit your Myanmar, it was a shallow earthquake. Now, your earthquakes are divided as shallow earthquake, intermediate earthquakes, and deep earthquakes with the depth of it. The shallow earthquake means it is 0 to 70 kilometers, intermediate is 70 to 300 kilometers, deep earthquakes are 300 to 700 kilometers. According to your United States Geological Survey, the earthquake that your Myanmar had was shallow earthquake which was of depth of only 10 kilometers. What caused the earthquake in Myanmar ka case? Like I told, it was the constant movement of your Eurasian plate with your Indian plate, where your Indian plate was moving towards the north. This caused a friction. Which led to slip faulting between Indian plate and Eurasian plate. This is what caused the earthquake. Now, one thing, like I mentioned previously, with regard to your, see, just look at this picture, then look at this picture. A sagging fault constantly in Myanmar. This region is where this sagging fault, okay, your western plate and eastern plate. Constant friction between these two is the reason for your earthquakes in your Myanmar region. This Sagaing fault is the common reason why in the past 100 years, if you see in Myanmar, in the past 100 years, more than 14 earthquakes of magnitude more than 7 has come in, and all has been somewhere in this region only. Understanding? So this region is very much prone to earthquake, and it has been happening. The very recent earthquake in that place that we were seeing is in your 1990s. The same place, almost, it was just the south of it. So how frequently do earthquakes occur? More than you think. So from past your 1900s, more than 14 earthquakes have happened with magnitude of more than 7. In January 1990 was one of the least one where we experienced an earthquake of this large kind. One of the worst earthquakes that ever happened was in 1839 with 8.3 magnitude, which killed over 400 people. It took the lives of 400 people in the same zone, in the same fault. See, this is how it is. Your crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. Your lithosphere is your crust as well as just above your mantle. See how it is. Extension, where they are pulled on opposite direction. Compression, they are pulled towards each other. Okay. Thrust is one goes above and one tries to come below. Transform is when they strick and slip. That is what we saw in your Myanmar case. This, if you see how the earthquakes are distributed throughout the world, see, these are the things. Especially this region, you see Altasian Trench, Ring of Fire, Java Trench. Okay, this your Eurasian Plate. See, and this Nazca Plate. Look at this Mid Atlantic Range, Ring of Fire. So these are all your hot zones of your earthquake zones. Look at this. This is the focus, epicenter. Right above the focus will be your epicenter. This keep in mind. Focus first, then on top surface, epicenter. Look at this. A ring of fire, Galapagos Island. Now, how do you measure the earthquake? See the vibrations that is there during your earthquake, or what we call seismic waves. Okay, they are measured through your seismometer. The magnitude will be measured through your Richter scale, which is of your 0 to 10. The intensity will be measured in your Mercalli scale, which is named after your Italian seismologist. This is from 1 to 12. Intensity is Mercalli scale, magnitude is Richter scale, seismic wave is seismometer. All right. Now, with respect to the seismic waves or your earthquake waves, there are two types of waves, body waves and surface waves. In body waves, there are again two types of waves, P waves and S waves. We call them body waves is because they release the energy and they move in all directions because of the earthquake which is happening. There are two types of waves, P waves and S waves. The P waves are your primary waves, S waves are your secondary waves. P waves can travel through solid, liquid and gas. Your S waves can travel only through your solid medium. Okay. Among P waves and S waves, the first to arrive is your P waves. Then is your surface waves. These waves move along the surface, hence the name. They are the last to report on the seismographs, and they are mostly the ones which cause huge amount of havoc, which means they're very deadly. And they will be the one which is more destructive. They move the rocks along, which is why it causes the falling, that is the displacement of rocks. So the collapse happens and earthquake happens. Okay, look at this. P waves are expressions and compressions. Your S waves are in the form of your wavelengths. With respect to earthquake in India, based on the risk factor, we have divided into different zones: zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 and zone 5. Understanding? So this is how the spread of earthquake zones are in India. And one of the main thing is almost because we are in your Himalayan range also, Yangful mountains and all, 59% of our landmass, land area is prone to your earthquake. Now, let's look at a possible mains question. Highlight the earthquake distribution in the world. Discuss the vulnerability of India to earthquake related hazards. See, earthquake, it is no doubt that we have discussed things such as what causes it, what kind of waves are there, but there are other things such as in the starting of the video where we discussed earthquake, irrespective of where it happens, it causes huge amount of loss of lives, resources, material, manpower, and again rebuilding that area requires additional cost. Understanding? So the causes of earthquake we have to discuss. We have to also discuss what are the factors that will lead after the aftermath of your earthquakes, where we have to build a resilient infrastructure, earthquake resilient early warning systems, so we will have minimal loss, minimal damage. All of those we have to discuss. The second part we have just seen in the previous slide. The first part, earthquake distribution in the world. First of all, you will mention a circumpacific seismic belt, mid-continental belt, mid-Atlantic ridge. The types of earthquakes are in your fault zones, tectonic earthquake, volcanic earthquake, your human-induced earthquake. So these will be the major areas that you will have to speak about when it comes to earthquake distribution in the world. And then we will be discussing about the vulnerable areas of your India earthquake zones. Okay. You look at this circumpacific zone, mid-Atlantic ridge, alpine Himalayan belt, understanding alpine fault. So these are the things. Next, let's see some prelims questions. Which of the following earthquake waves is first recorded on the seismograph? P waves, Rayleigh waves, S waves, love waves. The correct answer is P waves, like we discussed. They are the first to arrive. The intensity scale of earthquake is called as Mercalli scale, Richter scale, number scale, none of the above. Correct answer is Mercalli scale. Richter scale is for magnitude and not intensity. Intensity is your Mercalli scale. The type of plate boundary interaction along the Himalayas is known as continent-continent convergence, divergent boundary, transform boundary, ocean-continent convergence. Correct answer is continent-continent convergence. Okay. With this, we have reached the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.